From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Burrow will throw. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Here's Burrow. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. This is taken at about the 14. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Off the play fake, Mariota. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Mariota. He's got Claypool for a Steeler touchdown. Chase Claypool, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3-and-out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I spotted man coverage on the outside. I expect we'll see a lot of that from this defense as this game moves on. And that was a good job there as that one was knocked away.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
5-3, their record at the halfway point, and you have to imagine that there are folks saying, hey, if we do that again in the second half, we're 10-6 and we're a playoff team.
I do think, though, that they have a couple things working against them, and number one, the schedule, that's going to toughen up a bit because they've got some division games down the stretch, and those are always difficult. Number two, you know they've got to stay healthy. That's the key to getting to the playoffs and winning in the playoffs. But they've got a shot at it. This is a good football team.
On 2nd and 9, Mariota. That's complete to his speedy wideout, Goodwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Play action, Mariota.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward.
And the Bengals are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. The bottom line, you can see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Here we go. Big 13. Big 13.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
This defense for the Steelers, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Now Joe Mixon, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And they go play action now. Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 24-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards. first down. Here's Burrow. Quick slant caught by Chase. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Burrow going to get this out to Boyd on the perimeter. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be 1st, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second and goal from the 1. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Burrow hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Well, these two teams met in Pittsburgh earlier in the year with the Steelers prevailing in that one. So a win here in Cincinnati would give them the season sweep 2-zip. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the draw, it's Harris. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, Mariota. Mariota so nimble, sliding to the ground with a 1st down. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh 1st.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, and his first carry of the game right there, he had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. They'll try to throw now. Mariota. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he's got this down to the 35. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Flushed out right. Mariota so nimble, sliding to the ground with a first down. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. Now a first down carry for Harris. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Mariota. Escaping the pressure right. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down. Mariota now. He's got Claypool for a Steeler touchdown. Chase Claypool with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10.
12, 12, 12.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And we'll go underneath here to Evans. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Now it's Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years. They're not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Burrow looking to pass. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down to close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And able to to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
First down, Mariota. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack.
That's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey.
Throwing on second and long. Mariota. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Mariota to throw it. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Two things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
The Steelers send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Now Burrow.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Mike, 55. Check 55, Mike. I got you.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And that will be incomplete as well.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fielded just inside the 20. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range. Mariota now to throw on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for Bengals TV. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that will tie our game here in the third. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this...
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Najee Harris
hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Steelers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back to throw. That'll go as a loss of 9, and it leads to third down.
Here we go. 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Here we go. Right 80. 11 Thomas. Watch the right. 11 Mighty. 11 Mighty. 55.
Looking to throw.
Throw left side, complete to Chase.
It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. 30, 10, 5, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Najee Harris,
84 yards.
and the Steelers are able to
Strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boswell for the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
2nd and 10. An option handoff here to Mixon. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
11 mighty.
They'll look to throw here.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow.
And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 2 yards, good enough for a first. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And I think the ball's out. And this will get out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. So fortunately, they're able to hold on to the possession.
Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this.
He rifles one that's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. There he goes, right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted.
Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Well, we'll see if they can do it here. Now Burrow on 1st down to Mixon on the check down. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Gun. Shot. Right 80.
To the air again, Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 23 yards the pickup there. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Burrow's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5. And Burrow going to throw again. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. And that's now a half.